Okay, picking up from where we left off with the last video. So we edited this first feature and we got the sketch to be fully defined. And so when I go up here to exit the sketch, I end up with an error. And it says I can continue and ignore the error. And if I do that, what's going to happen is it's going to rebuild and it's going to go down the whole list and it's going to put this rollback bar at the end where it is now. If I do stop and repair, because what it's saying is the next feature also has a problem, it's going to bring our what's happening dialog box out again, but it's also going to move this rollback bar up underneath this next feature. And so that's what we're going to pick. We're going to pick stop and repair. And what it does with the rollback bar is it ignores everything below it. It's still there, but it's only taking into account what is here right now. All right, so we can see in our what's wrong box, it gives us a warning on sketch 2. And the rollback bar is under the cut extrude, and that's because that extrude depends on that sketch. And so it's the sketch that's causing the problem for the extrude, or both of them. So it says, this sketch contains dimensions or relations to model geometry which no longer exists. Consider one of two options: deleting the dangling sketch entities or editing the model to restore the missing model geometry. So we're going to go ahead and close this, and we want to make sure, I'm going to show you something. So we're going to go back to our options again, this time under document properties, and we're going to go under detailing. And if we scroll down here, second from the bottom, we want to make sure hide dangling dimensions and annotations is not checked. Okay, so make sure yours is not checked. All right, so if I come in here and I want to either click on sketch 2, try it again. I can either go up here to edit the sketch or down here where it tells us that same warning that it did in our what's wrong box. I can edit the sketch from here. And so I can already kind of see what's wrong is if I move this drawing, I can see that these two lines go above the part itself. And the other thing we can notice is these defined dimension lines, or these fine lines, they're black. This one is a different color. And so that also gives me an indication that that is incorrect. And so what I can do, if I zoom in on this and we click this line, I look over here, and now this relation is also in that olive color, which matched that line, and I know that's where the error is. And so it's saying collinear, but it's not really collinear. It's up here on its own. And so this little red dot is a drag handle. And let's get this. And what we should be able to do, easier said than done sometimes, is take this and snap it to that line. And so I dragged that down. I made contact with that line. And basically what that did is it reestablished that collinear relation, and it took that olive color off that. And I'm going to hit OK. So I'll show you another way to fix that, to do the same thing. Is if we hit our undo, and it puts that relation back, or that error back. And you can see that olive color is back to that. And I don't have it up here. And so if I go in on my toolbar and I right click, customize, and again, I want to scroll down. I want to make sure my view. Okay. Now we're going to go into shortcut bars, and we're going to search for, because it's going to be too hard to spot that icon, and we're going to do type in display backslash delete or DE, and only this one shows up. And so I've got this display delete relations, and I'm just going to left click, hold it down, and just drag up here. And now I've got it up on my toolbar. Now I can close this. So go ahead and click this display delete relations. You can see I got my line 1, this collinear comes up. And now I've got a filter here that I can come up here. And because our error before said it was dangling, we can select dangling in here. Okay, so if we take a look at this under entities, I've got line 1 that's fully defined. I've got line 8 that's dangling. And like I said, we set our filter here now for dangling. And if I say repair all dangling, it won't, because we don't have other things selected. And what I did here is I selected edge 1 as my replacement of where I want this to be for that line. And now I should be able to hit. And so what this replace means is I want to replace this dangling line with this new edge. So I should be able to come down here, hit replace, and then it moved it down there to that level. I should be able to hit my green check mark and hit OK. Now this is still showing, but it did fix it, so there's still this kind of a ghost here. But now I should be able to exit the sketch. And so now you can see that it cleaned up sketch 2 and cut extrude. So now what we can do is, if I'm in my feature tree and I right click, I should be able to click roll to the end, and it should roll to the next error. And so what we will do is we're going to hit stop and repair, and we're going to get our what's wrong dialog box again. And now we can start to repeat the process of what we did before. So at this point, I'm going to stop this video, and we're going to, again, pick up with the next one, just to, again, to keep these short. Make sure that you keep saving these along the way.